Hello my gorgeous Aquarius, Heather here from the Crystal Vein Tarot with your August monthly reading. So in today's reading, three cards that came out in the reading were the Star, the Hierophant, and Hanging Man. So let's dive right into the reading and let's see how those energies played out. Hello my fabulous Aquarius, Heather here from the Crystal Vein Tarot with your August reading. So this reading is for the Sun, Moon, Rising sign of Aquarius. It is for the month of August. It is a general reading, and as a general reading, the messages are not going to resonate with everyone, so be sure to check out your Moon and Rising sign readings as well. If you are new to my channel and joining me for the first time, welcome. If you are returning, thank you so much for liking, commenting, subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate you tuning in each month. Each week I was doing weekly readings. I do really appreciate the comments, the feedback, especially anything, any kind of feedback about even simple things like lighting, quality of sound. What else could we have? Anything that you'd like to see me do in the readings a little bit differently. I would love to hear from you on that because that helps me to improve and grow as a YouTuber as well as a tarot reader. So I would really, really like to incorporate things that you want to see in the videos because this is really for you. So I would really like to get some feedback from you on that. I am doing my readings a little bit differently. I'm still doing the monthly tarot readings for each zodiac sign, but instead of doing the weekly readings that I was doing, I am now doing monthly readings, mid-month readings. But I've also added two additional readings. One is going to be about releasing subconscious blocks and karma in order to achieve your goals and to so to release those blocks so you can achieve your goals. Anything that could be like standing in your way of achieving your dreams and your goals. The other one is about manifesting and the law of attraction. So getting abundance into your life, whatever that means for you. So this, in whatever area of your life that means for you, whether or not your health and wellness, whether or not it's your money, career, finance, or your relationships. And these readings will come out around the new moon and the full moon because they do work with the moon energies. New moons are about attracting, starting new things that you want to grow in your life because the new moon starts from nothing and grows into a full moon. And the full moon is when you work with full moon energies, that's about releasing things that you no longer want. So that would be the one of assessing your karma and subconscious blocks and working on letting those go, and so you can achieve what it is that you want. So those are how those videos are going to go. So Aquarius, let's see what August has for you. Okay. Oh, okay, so we start with the Three of Swords. So for some of you, you could be feeling some loss in the month of August. So this doesn't necessarily mean relationship loss. You even see in this card here, normally when you see the Three of Swords, you see a great big heart. Like in the Rider-Waite deck, you'll see a great big heart with three swords through it. In this one, she's just got her face down on this desk here, and this sword is going through this imagery of a heart in the background. But this indicates something that you've really invested a lot of yourself into. You've put a lot of time and effort into it, something that you're really hoping had worked out, whether or not it's a relationship, whether or not it's some kind of a fitness or health program, or whether or not it is money, career, finance. It's all going to be different for each of you because this is a general reading, and general readings resonate for everyone differently. So take what fits. Ignore what doesn't fit for you because it is a general reading. But this is feeling some kind of a loss in the month of August in some area of your life. But what's crossing you is the Queen of Wands. So I don't feel like the month of August is going to be a pity party for you, Aquarius, because you have the Queen of Wands, and this can represent someone coming in to help you in some kind of a way, or someone that's around you. Like for example, if it's a relationship, this could be the person you're mourning the loss of. if a relationship has ended, or there's even just difficulties in a relationship. But I'm not really getting that from this. I feel like this is how you are going to move forward and push through this feeling of loss, because she is feisty. The Queen of Wands is feisty. She's charismatic. She's self-assured. She's confident. She doesn't take any BS from anyone. And she's that woman that comes into a room, or individual that comes into a room and all eyes are on her. She just lights up that room. She commands that attention. So I really feel like the month of August, like I said, not going to be a pity party for Aquarius. This is you, you know, something didn't work out quite as you wanted and you are getting right back up. And that's how I feel like this is how the energy is playing out for you. And maybe this is why you are standing up like that, because you in your foundation. So this is what has led to this situation. You have the Star card. The Star card, I love this card. This is the card of Aquarius. This is you showing up, Aquarius, in your own reading. The Star is about you having renewed hope, inner clarity, believing in miracles, having faith in yourself and being in the spotlight. This is you having optimism and believing that you can achieve your dreams. So this is in your foundation, and this is what's led to this. So I feel like, you know, in the month of August, even though something has not worked out like you wanted to, you have picked yourself right back up. And why? Because of this. Because of this hope. I feel like this loss might be something that was necessary. You knew it was coming. You knew something didn't feel right or didn't fit into your life quite like you wanted it to. And you probably saw it coming. And this is you picking yourself up and now having that renewed hope. And you've had challenges. And so I feel like these two are really more connected, and these two are connected because here's the Seven of Wands, and Seven of Wands represents competition, you defending yourself and protecting yourself against competition. And this is in the past position. So this is energy that's moving into the background. It could still be lingering in that first week of August. And I feel like this competition is what's led to this loss. But this is you deciding, having that renewed hope, that inner clarity, and you're coming back strong out of this. You're not going to let this define you. Whatever this feeling of loss is, whatever it relates to, you're not going to let that define you, Aquarius. And in your strengths, what's crowning you here, you have the Page of Swords. Page of Swords, pages represent messengers. They bring us information. They can represent actual individuals, or it could just be information coming down the pipeline to you. And that information, because it's swords energy, is mental energy. So it's some kind of mental clarity that you've received. The blue jay on the shoulder, this has a representation of fairness and equity and like cause and effect, win-win, truth coming out. And, you know, if your actions are above board and you're following your moral compass, then things will work out for you. But if you're not following your moral compass, then there's disaster that follows, because it's that win-win kind of situation. But this is in your strength. So I feel like there's been some kind of truth or clarity that you receive. And this is making you now be true to you and true to yourself, and this is coming in to help you and to help guide you. And that pair represents swift, quick changes in action. So once this information comes in, you're moving forward in a very fast kind of way, in a very noble way. You're following your moral compass. You're not letting any kind of negativity from others or from past events drag you down. You're really moving forward in a very positive way. And you have the Hierophant here in the position of your near future, what's developing from all of this. The Hierophant represents traditional information, wisdom, knowledge. Just going to move these over. So it is also the card of Taurus. So there could be a Taurus and maybe that Taurus has illuminated something for you and brought in those messages. Or you could be working with a Taurus or someone with a lot of Taurian energy. But this is about traditions, conventional wisdom, expectations, conforming to society's norms. It can also represent things like traditions as in like relationship traditions. If this is more about a relationship type of reading, then this could play out with things like a a traditional type of relationship where getting married, that's how sometimes the Hierophant can play out, because this is in the near future, what's developing from this situation. So there could be something like that going on. There could, if you're looking at money, career, finance for you, again, general reading, it plays out differently for everyone. Then this could be about, you know, a career or working for a company, and you could already be working for a company, but something that's very structured, again, has a lot of, you usually see this with very large organizations, things with a lot of hierarchical, like a very outlined hierarchy or structure, where there's a lot of rules, policies, procedures in place. So you often see this with governments, you see this with education, you see that in those kinds of fields. Not always, but it can be like those kinds of fields where there's, or it can even represent for others of you, where this is just in individual internal growth. Then this could be some of you going back to school, and it can represent that, because that's a very traditional, conventional knowledge and wisdom. It's that very structured knowledge by going back to school. And this is how you're seeing this situation, the Knight of Wands. You see yourself as taking action here. You see the Knights are the doers. They're the go-getters of the tarot. They're seeking, they're on a mission, a quest. They're seeking something. They're seeking that fame and glory. And with it being the Knight of Wands, this is the most passionate of the Knights. This is someone who's lusty, free-spirited, very creative, follows his creative energies, just goes after what he wants. It's also the fastest Knight in the tarot deck, so very fast-moving energy. And this is how you see yourself in August. You are swiftly taking action. And, you know, again, that feisty, like, I love her, this feisty, charismatic individual. This is you following your passion, following your creativity, letting your inspiration guide you as you move forward. And this is how you see yourself, is moving forward, Aquarius. And then you have the Five of Wands. You have a lot of fire energy here. So I do really feel like there's a lot of creativity for you in the month of August. A lot of, you know, following your passion, internal desires, that kind of a thing. But you have the Five of Wands in the position of what's influencing the situation. So the Five of Wands is about challenges, rivalry, obstacles, can even be sport, like obstacles for sport, rivalry and challenges that are more sport-like, not mean-spirited, but more, you know, more for sport, more for like that kind of energy. But again, it's in the position of what's influencing this whole situation. So I do feel like you have a lot of challenges that are coming up, but they're inspiring you. These are things that you're rising to the challenge. You're not letting it squish you down or squash you down. You're rising to it. It's making you stronger. It's giving you that energy and that drive to move forward. For others of you, though, you see that this, you know, there's almost like this circle with these fists and these wands and what they're creating. So for some of you, others of you where that does not resonate for you, there could be a bit of a stagnant energy here, because again, this can be what's influencing the situation, where everybody has their opinion, everybody has what their wants, what they want to see happen, how they want to see things progress. Again, whether or not it's your money, career, finance, or your relationship sector, and everyone's kind of like butting heads here, and there's no forward movement going on. So do watch for that. Watch for getting stuck in a cycle, and try not to let yourself get stuck by others trying to put you into a cycle that just goes around and around and around, and where there seems to be no solution to it. Now, you do have the Hanging Man in what needs to be done behind the scenes. So if you do find you're in that stuck energy that just keeps going around and around and around, everybody wants what they want, and nobody is compromising in any kind of way, this is where you need to use that Hanging Man perspective. Because this is what needs to be done, the shadow work behind the scenes that needs to be done. And the Hanging Man represents seeing things from a different point of view, gaining a different perspective. He has put himself upside down here intentionally so he can see a situation from a different point of view and be illuminated by that. And this is really what you're doing, Aquarius, and what you need to be doing. Nice. And then you have the Two of Cups. So this is the potential outcome where you're headed. So for those of you that this is more about money, career, finance, then this is you working with others and finding that partnership, that relationship with others. So if you do get in this stuck energy, that once you see things from a different perspective, that those partnership type relationships or your working relationships become much more harmonious, and it actually deepens your relationship with those individuals. For those of you where this is more about your relationships, then this could be, if you're single and you're looking for someone, this is you really connecting with someone. If you are already in a relationship, this is you taking that relationship to the next level. There could be, so it could be a romantic partner coming in, or this could be a proposal, this could be a marriage. In some cases, this could be the next level if you're married, having a baby, or having baby news. But it really is about you connecting on a very deep level with another individual or individuals, and just communicating very well with others. And that's where you're headed. So Aquarius, it's a very nice energy for the month of August. So for those of you who this was enough, feel free to stop the video. For those of you who would like a deeper reading, stick with me. And I'm going to go through each of these cards and quickly clarify them. And then do another little wrap up with overall energy for week 1 and week 2. Because I will be doing a mid-month reading as well later on. So, Aquarius, I'm going to go through each card, starting with the very first one that I started with, and just pull a clarifier for each of them, just one, and see if we can get any more information on them. I'm just going to pull them apart though. I'm going to make a great big mess here, but I'll let you know which card I'm clarifying. So we're going to start with that Three of Swords, that loss. What do we get with the Three of Swords? Okay, you have the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups is really, this is nurturing. This is a healing, supportive type of energy. So I do feel like this Queen of Wands represents you, Aquarius. But the Queen of Cups, I feel like this is someone around you. So this could be a Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer energy. Someone that has it as their sun, moon, or rising sign, or a lot of that in it. And I feel like she's coming in, and it can be male or female. It doesn't have to be female just because it's the Queen of Cups. But this is someone who's very nurturing, very healing, very supportive. And I feel like someone is helping, like really supporting you through this sense of loss or this mourning period that you're going through. You're going to have a lot of fast communication coming in, and I feel like that fast communication, again, you had that Page of Swords up here too, which was that truth or that information coming in and having that mental clarity. But that Eight of Wands here, this is about speed, quick action, quick changes happening, news coming in very quickly for you. And I really feel like, again, that August is not a pity party for Aquarius, that, you know, you're mourning something in some area of your life, but you're picking yourself up off the ground really quickly. You're moving forward quickly with just that much more determination, focus, and energy, and it's really nice to see. You have Temperance here. So with this renewal of hope, this inner clarity, having faith in yourself, being in the spotlight, optimism, believing you can achieve your dreams. Part of that is through Temperance, which is all about balance. This is the card of Sagittarius, but it's about balance and harmony and having patience and self-control and everything in moderation. So not doing anything extreme, making sure you're following that middle path, making sure all your I's are dotted, your T's are crossed as you move forward. You have the Lovers here. So, and the Lovers is here so again, this is energy that is around you. It may have started in July. You could still see that lingering in that first week of August, but then it will start moving into the background. But the Lovers is, this is a major arcana card, but it has that similar feel to kind of like that Two of Cups, just much more powerful on a more potent level. So the Lovers is the card of Gemini, which is one of your sister signs. But this is about partnerships and deep love and really connecting with another individual and the strength of two people together. The other thing with this card is you see this angel here is hovering over these two lovers here. That represents divine protection. So throughout this combative type period, this competition, you protecting yourself, needing to defend yourself, you've been divinely protected. So Spirit, the universe, is protecting you, helping to see you through whatever this is. The Lovers can also represent a choice. So you may have had to make a choice related to this competition and this protecting yourself. And again, but you do have the universe shining down on you, which is really nice to see. The Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands represents stresses, burdens, being overburdened, a lot of responsibilities. He's carrying these 10 wands. They're heavy. They're bending him over. But again, tens represent the ending of an energy cycle. Aces are always beginnings, the new seeds, new opportunities. The tens represent the completion of an energy cycle. So with this information that comes in, something that was difficult and challenging is ending. That energy cycle is ending with this clarity that you're receiving, and this information or this truth or illumination that you are receiving. It's ending that struggle, that difficulty for you, and that stress. And then you have the Five of Swords, and the Five of Swords here, it represents it does represent combat, and it represents but it does represent a success in battle, but it always comes at some kind of a cost. And it's making me think of, it's clarifying the Hierophant, again, which was that traditions and traditional conventional wisdom. But with the Five of Swords, this is about you being successful, investing a lot of yourself into something and being successful with it. But making sure, and the reason why I'm bringing up the page here of Swords is because of that blue jay that was sitting on the shoulder. So whatever this information clarity that you had and how you're taking action for it as you move forward into that near future position or what's developing from the situation. If there's any combats or challenges that happen because of that, because of any choices that you made from any kind of information that came to you, make sure you are following your moral compass. That you're doing what you know is good for you, but not just good for you, but good for those around you as well. Because the Five of Wands has a caveat with it, a word of warning, and that is that it's that what goes around comes around. It's winning, but winning at a cost. But you can lessen that cost if your behavior is above board and moral. So again, following your moral compass and the decisions that you make, especially when you're dealing with other people and it's a challenging situation. So I just feel like you have you have success coming in, but just be careful and make sure that you are, again, doing what you know in your own heart, what's right for you. And then you have the Three of Swords again. So you have that Three of Swords at the very beginning, and it's clarifying the Knight. And this is, again, how you see this situation. This is a card of action, change. This is you moving forward. This is being creative and following your passion. And I feel like this is how you're seeing this. This is how you're getting over this loss, is by taking action and following what it is that you in your heart want to do. And that's how you're getting over that loss that we saw in the very beginning, Aquarius. You have the Wheel of Fortune. So whatever this Five of Wands, whatever combative type of energy, whatever rivalry challenges that you have that come your way, do know the universe, again, is shining down on you. Wheel of Fortune, good luck, good fortune, turning point. And you could see that with whatever challenges and rivalry this is that you have, when it pops up, Aquarius, that could be the indication that that's a big turning point for you. Because again, then next we go into that Hanging Man, it's seeing things from a different perspective. And you have it being clarified, the Hanging Man being clarified by the Hermit. Sorry, I'm not laughing at you, Aquarius. I'm just laughing at the cards here. This is the card of Virgo. But the Hermit is all about going within in a quest for personal truth and spiritual illumination, finding your personal truth. And that's what gaining a whole new perspective is. It's you realizing something and seeing things from a different perspective. So, you know, it's just, and then you have the Hanging Man clarifying the Two of Cups. So what comes from this new action you change, as you move forward, Aquarius, again, if this Two of Cups relates to business partnerships and there was that combative type of energy, and you saw the situation from a new perspective, to move forward, to compromise, to kind of get everyone on the same page and create those positive partnerships. Again, it's kind of changed your outlook. It has changed your outlook on, and you have, by the end of August, you have a whole new outlook on how you see your relationships with others, whether or not those are romantic relationships, family relationships, partnerships, business partnerships, friends, colleagues, whatever kinds of relationships, how you interact with others. There is a complete shift. There's a lot of growing going on here for you, Aquarius, and it's really lovely energy for August to see all this growing and personal growth and development happening. So you are free to, if you'd like to tune out now, you can, but I am going to pull 2 more cards. This is going to be, if you want to go even a little bit deeper, this is going to be week 1 and week 2, the energy around you for August. And I'm doing this because I do a mid-month reading. This is what the mid-month reading is going to look more like, is just this part. There's no Celtic cross to it. It will be me pulling a card for week 1 and a clarifier, and the same for week, well, the second last week and the last week of August, and then reading the bottom of the deck for the overall energy. Oh, I kind of butchered that. Start that one over. And so if you want to go a little bit deeper, just stick with me just a couple more minutes, and we will see what we have for week 1. Oh, I don't like that. There. Okay, so week 1, 10 of Swords, Page of Pentacles, Page of Wands, and Judgment. Okay. Okay, so Aquarius, I really do feel like that 3 of Swords that you had in the Celtic cross, you're really going to be feeling that in that first week of Aquarius, and then after that, you're moving on, because you have the 10 of Swords here. And the 10 of Swords represents a complete and painful ending, or feeling like you've hit rock bottom. And so this is why I'm feeling like that 3 of Swords is going to resonate for you more in that first week, or for many of you in that first week. But the one thing with 10s, as I said in the Celtic cross reading, when you have the 10 of Wands, 10s represent the ending of an energy cycle. So this is you also moving on from this energy. Whatever's painful, whatever has that sense of loss for you, you're wrapping it up, you're moving on, you're letting it go, you're releasing it also in that first week of August. And then you have the Page of Pentacles, again, news, information coming in. This can represent money news, often like a new job, a raise, money news, because it's Pentacles energy, which is earth energy. And earth energy usually relates to our money, career, finance, or things that are your assets, physical things that you can touch, hold, feel. But it's also anything that makes you feel safe, secure, and stable. So generally, our possessions, our home, our physical body make us feel safe, secure, and stable. But for many people too, your relationships do. Whether or not they're family relationships, romantic relationships, or your friends and colleagues. So for others of you, there could be news and information coming from that, and a new development or path opening up for you related to that, from that information that comes. So that some kind of an opportunity being presented or offered to you. And then you have the Page of Wands, so another page, and this is the page that's about creativity and fire and inspiration. This is so a creative idea could be presented to you, or a new project. So information about those things could come to you, or be presented to you from someone else. Or this can even just be you taking action and starting a new path that is a new project or a new creative idea, but it's following your passions, following what inspires you, and it's being clarified by Judgment. And part of that reason could be because you had that wake-up call to your life's purpose. You've received some kind of an inner clarity. You've maybe received some kind of inner clarity with this ending and this Page of Pentacles, where you want to have more stability or security in your life, or feel more safety in your life. And so you're tapping into what inspires you, and And that's given you that clarity, and you've made a final decision that this is it. You're going to take this direction. Again, could be money, career, finance, or your relationships, but it's more in line with who you are and you being true to who you are, Aquarius, and feeling like you're in sync with your life's purpose. So very lovely energy in those first 2 weeks of August once you get over this sense of loss. And but overall, Aquarius, it's quite positive. You just have that loss that you have, and that mourning of that. But again, I feel like it's not a pity party for you in August, but you're really picking yourself up off the ground and moving forward in a very headstrong and a focused, determined kind of way, Aquarius, in the month of August. So this concludes your reading for August. I hope you enjoyed this. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, click on the notification bell. I will see you next month, Aquarius, and actually hopefully for the mid-month reading as well. Have a safe and fun and exciting August, Aquarius, and take care.